For many, the thought of going to the dentist sends chills up the spine. But our next guest is trying to make dental care a little less intimidating for everyone. She is Dr. Karishma Kazim from Splash Dental. Welcome to What She Said.
Thank you, ladies. Happy to be here.
Now, due to political instability, I understand that you immigrated from Guyana to Canada back in 1981 with your parents and two older sisters to try to find a better life. And like many other young immigrant families struggling to survive, you experienced a lot of hardships economically, racially, socially, and personally. So talk to us a little bit about that. What was your life like when you first got here?
We were three young girls and my parents and, very little money. I believe we first moved into my uncle and aunt's apartment. So there was like 10 of us because they had their own kids. We had the grandparents, our family. So it was very close quarters, but it was very nice for the little kids. We didn't know any different. So it was just fun to us. But, as the years progressed, we saw our parents struggling, but they persevered. They eventually sent all three daughters to university. And they did amazing. Like, I'm so proud of them. They're so proud of us. And we all did very well for ourselves in our own professional careers.
So what made you want to become a dentist?
I knew I wanted to be in the health profession. So I was exploring different options like MD, chiropractor, naturopath, like several different categories. But I really liked working with the kids, the families, and it was very hands-on. I was really good with my hands, so I felt like a general MD wasn't best suited for me. Dental, I just kind of fell into, and I was talking to one of my classmates. She's like, why don't you write the dental exam? And I did, and I applied to U of T. I got in.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, guess I'm going to be a dentist. But I was very happy. It was great. It was really good.
Well, when people think of a dentist, I think they sort of imagine, and it's true, it was true in my case, parents dragging their children in.
Yes.
Everybody being terrified. I need multiple drugs to go, even to have a tooth done.
She likes the gas.
The gas
is good.
Gas and the freezing. But for minor things, because from childhood, it was a terrifying experience, and that doesn't ever go away. So I'm sure that if you can make it a great experience for a child, it lasts with them for the rest of their life.
Exactly, and that's the approach I want to take. It's really it's centered around prevention, but we want to try to bring all the families from when they're a young age. So give them a pleasant experience from when they're 3, when they're 4, when they're 5. We have Netflix in all the operatories so they can watch whatever they want, and then we have the gas as well. Like, just keep it very positive, get very light. I'm not an intimidating person, very calming demeanor, and that really helps. I just want to reassure everyone that I want to be their friend, but also like an informative figure to tell them about their health, their oral health care. But just keep it very light. I'm not into forcing anyone to do what they don't want to do. I can always bring them back in 6 months or just reevaluate at a later time. I just, I see it all the time where and I hear it all the time that they have very negative experiences from when they're young. And it, as you said, it carries through for the rest of their life. And only after maybe 30, 40 years is it finally getting better, because dentistry has changed a lot from 30, 40 years ago.
So tell me, when you have, let's say, a family of young children and they come in and they're afraid and you work your magic and then they come back the next time, what gives you pleasure, seeing maybe the outcome or their attitude changing over a year or two?
It's definitely just their willingness to come back. Like, after successive appointments, they just come and hop in the chair. Like, they already know what to do, and then they open their mouth, and I'm not even ready for them yet. So it's great because I see the progression, as you said, from nervous and scared in the first appointment to just happy, chatting. They pick their TV show, and they're just, some of them don't even want to leave. Like, they want to stay.
You have to watch the end of the show.
Exactly.
Well, now that's a first. I'm not kidding. That's a first. Yeah. And the parents must be just over the moon.
They're thrilled. They're very happy with us. And that's really my whole goal of opening this practice. I want to make it a brand new dental experience. just for the moms and the kids, me being a mom, I know it's very difficult to bring the kids. And also sometimes it's hard to get the parents in as well.
Now, Splash Dental's in Pickering.
Yes.
It's in Pickering. Now, and as I understand from my notes, you have an all-women staff. Was that a conscious decision?
Yes, it was. I really want to empower women. I think it's very important. And generally, people are more at ease when they see females, especially in this type of setting, the dental setting, where you're already nervous, you're already anxious coming to the dentist. I feel like with a female figure, they can calm you down easier. It's more relaxing. They're more understanding, compassionate, all those things that's important for a person who has had a very negative dental experience. So really trying to change that, help to change the mindset of people. And it all starts with us because they're coming to us, to Splash Dental. So it's just positive. And I think it's turned out amazing. From the front staff to the back staff, it's all female. I've even had female specialists come into the office like once a month or every other week to do more complex procedures. And the patients really like that because it's convenient for them to come to one place all the time for all of their needs, and it's familiar. Everyone likes familiarity. You know, you get a bit anxious when there's some place new you have to go or you don't know where to go. So we're trying to just keep everything comfortable and familiar for everyone.
Now, and you're also involved with giving back to the community. And we know that you and your daughter love to swim and to skate.
Yes.
And you sponsor a family skate day?
Yes, we will. We opened in March of 2018. By the time we got everything going with the office, I definitely want to give back to the community, get the exposure, get everyone to know that Splash Dental is here. And so skate day will be, the plan is sometime around end of January.
Right.
So we'll rent a rink for an hour or two. Families come, and then we'll have refreshments. And then for the swim day, we'll do, I think, after Family Day, so sometime in February. Same idea.
Wow.
So what advice would you have for other women entrepreneurs and business owners right now in Canada's emerging economy? How to get going, how to start up?
It's definitely a big risk. I feel like you can never prepare yourself for what's to come, but in the long run, there's a lot of short-term pains, but in the long run, it's a great positive gain. You can have your own lifestyle, your own flexibility. You can set your hours. I'm not to that point yet, but those are all my goals. It's great though. It's very empowering for a female. Like when I'm out and I tell them I own my own office, there's that positive feedback, and it makes you feel good, makes you feel confident.
What have been your biggest challenges?
Some of the decision making has been very new to me. There's certain sides that I'm not used to doing, like certain business aspects I haven't had the experience with, and dealing with certain, let's say, contractors, reps, where it's a bit problematic to get things going. Like, I like to get things done, make it right the first time. Let's do this now and move along to the next step. And I've learned that not everyone works like that, and it's very frustrating. I am a bit of a perfectionist, so I've needed to kind of just relax on certain expectations, because I myself have very high expectations, because that's how I am. And so I expect naturally people to be like that. So I've learned that not everyone's like that. That's been my biggest learning curve.
What's the address of your clinic?
It's 1101 Kingston Road in Pickering. We're at the corner of Kingston and Dixie. There's a Dairy Queen, a Mr. Greek, a Home Depot.
And what's your website so people can find you online?
Splashdental.ca.
Well, that's pretty easy.
It's easy.
Splash. Why did you pick the name Splash?
So when I think of the word splash, like you make a splash, it's something different. You have a different effect. It's something new. So that's why I wanted to build a brand where the name is unique, as well. When people think of Splash, it's just something different in the community. So hopefully they want to check us out. When they do check us out, they are a patient for life. That's the goal.
Well, Kate, I think we should stop in there and see if they have any empty chairs, and we can watch our favorite Netflix.
You just want the gas.
Some Netflix. Okay. I love this idea.
Dr. Karishma Kazim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, ladies. It was great.
Well, she said